welcome to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines. Akshay Kumar's film made tax-free in these states. ईशा गुप्ता ने बात की अपने इंटीमेट सीन्स की शूट के बारे में. Hrithik Roshan cheers for his ex-wife Sussanne Khan. ऋतिक रोशन के लिए सुज़ैन खान एक सुपरस्टार हैं. ऋतिक रोशन बने अपनी एक्स वाइफ सुज़ैन खान के चीयरलीडर. सुज़ैन खान और ऋतिक रोशन दे रहे हैं फ्रेंडशिप गोल्स. ऋतिक रोशन ने अपनी एक्स वाइफ सुज़ैन खान को किया चीयर. सुज़ैन खान को ऋतिक रोशन ने कहा, "You are a superstar." वैसे तो ऋतिक रोशन और सुज़ैन खान को एक दूसरे से अलग हुए काफी वक्त बीत चुका है, लेकिन बावजूद इसके दोनों एक अच्छा रिलेशन शेयर करते हैं. फिर चाहे वो बच्चों के साथ इनकी लंच आउटिंग हो या बर्थडे सेलिब्रेशन. ऋतिक रोशन सुज़ैन खान को अक्सर साथ स्पॉट किया जाता है और टाइम टू टाइम दोनों की ये बॉन्डिंग कैमरास पर और सोशल मीडिया पर नजर भी आती है. रिसेंटली एक बार फिर ऋतिक रोशन सुज़ैन खान को खुलकर चीयर करते तब दिखे जब उन्होंने अपने इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरीज पर अपनी एक्स वाइफ सुज़ैन खान की एक फोटो शेयर करते हुए कैप्शन में लिखा, "So proud of you सुज़ैन, you are a superstar." ऐसे में आप समझ ही सकते हैं कि दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ कितने कॉर्डियल हैं. बता दें, ऋतिक रोशन और सुज़ैन खान अपनी अपनी लाइफ में आगे बढ़ चुके हैं. जहां सुज़ैन खान की अरसलान गोनी के साथ रिलेशनशिप की रिपोर्ट्स आती रहती हैं, वहीं ऋतिक रोशन भी अपनी लेडी लव सबा आजाद के साथ बेहद खुश हैं. Earlier, Hrithik Roshan made headlines as he made his first ever public appearance on the red carpet with his lady love Sabah Azad during filmmaker Karan Johar's 50th birthday bash. The couple twinned in black and set the red carpet on fire with their sizzling chemistry. यही नहीं, Hrithik Roshan was also seen introducing the guests to Sabah Azad during the event. Sabah Azad ऋतिक रोशन की एक्स वाइफ सुज़ैन खान के साथ भी रॉकिंग केमिस्ट्री शेयर करती हैं और दोनों अक्सर सोशल मीडिया पर एक दूसरे को प्रेज भी करते हैं. साफ है, ऋतिक रोशन सुज़ैन खान के बीच दोस्ती बेहद गहरी है और इसलिए रास्ते अलग होने के बाद भी दोनों एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करने का एक मौका नहीं छोड़ते.
मुझे इस इंडस्ट्री में 30 साल हो गए हैं और कभी इतनी बड़ी ऐतिहासिक फिल्म मैंने कभी नहीं की. मुझे तो यही बात कमाल की लगी और जब डॉक्टर साहब ने इसके बारे में बताया, 18 साल से ये आदमी रिसर्च कर रहा है. 18 साल से. सरकार से भी निवेदन करूंगा कि इस फिल्म को एक कंपल्सरी चीज है, मतलब स्कूलों में दिखाया जाए, हमारे हिस्ट्री के बारे में बताया जाए कि क्या हुआ था, कैसे हुआ था.
अक्षय कुमार की फिल्म सम्राट पृथ्वीराज हुई टैक्स फ्री. कई स्टेट्स में फिल्म के टैक्स फ्री होने की अनाउंसमेंट. इससे पहले यूपी और एमपी में भी फिल्म हो चुकी है टैक्स फ्री.
कि मेरा जीवन सफल हुआ कि इतने बड़े योद्धा की कहानी पर मुझे मौका मिला है कि वो रोल मैं कर सकूं. और हम जब हिस्ट्री किताब में जब पढ़ते हैं तो सिर्फ एक पैराग्राफ आता था उनका. आज ये फिल्म मैं चाहूंगा देश का ही नहीं, दुनिया का हर बच्चा देखे. इट्स एन एजुकेशनल फिल्म ये फिल्म. और सरकार से भी निवेदन करूंगा कि इस फिल्म को एक कंपल्सरी चीज है, मतलब स्कूलों में दिखाया जाए, हमारे हिस्ट्री के बारे में बताया जाए कि क्या हुआ था, कैसे हुआ था.
अक्षय कुमार की मच अवेटेड फिल्म सम्राट पृथ्वीराज आज रिलीज हो गई है और रिलीज से पहले ही इंडिया के कई स्टेट्स में फिल्म को टैक्स फ्री कर दिया गया है. पहले उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश में फिल्म को टैक्स फ्री किया गया और अब उत्तराखंड में भी फिल्म से टैक्स हटा दिया गया है। आपको बता दें कि इस फिल्म का पहले टाइटल पृथ्वीराज था, लेकिन द फिल्म वाज रीनेम्ड एज सम्राट पृथ्वीराज फॉलोइंग अ कोर्ट लिटिगेशन फाइल्ड बाय करनी सेना अ वीक अहेड ऑफ इट्स शेड्यूल्ड रिलीज। इस फिल्म में अक्षय कुमार के साथ फॉर्मर मिस वर्ल्ड मानुषी शिल्लर नजर आएंगी। साथ ही ये फिल्म 3 लैंग्वेजेस में रिलीज होगी, हिंदी, तमिल एंड तेलुगु। हालांकि सनी देओल एंड ऐश्वर्या राय बच्चन वर द ओरिजिनल चॉइसेस फॉर द रोल्स ऑफ पृथ्वीराज एंड संयोगिता। इस फिल्म पर बात करते हुए अक्षय कुमार ने कहा, Last Hindu Samrat Prithviraj Chauhan, who shed every drop of blood in his body to defend Bharat Mata. Our film salutes the courage and valor of the mighty king, and we hope that the people of our nation are inspired by his values of protecting his motherland at any cost. यश राज फिल्म्स की इस फिल्म में संजय दत्त, सोनू सूद, मानव विज, आशुतोष राणा और साक्षी तन्वर भी इम्पोर्टेंट रोल्स में नजर आएंगे। हालांकि इस फिल्म की रिलीज को कुवैत और ओमान में बंद कर दिया गया है ड्यू टू अननोन रीजंस एंड इज पुट ऑन होल्ड इन कतार। देखना ये होगा कि ये फिल्म बॉक्स ऑफिस पर क्या कमाल दिखाती है।
There is a scene where he is kind of like making out with somebody and like in between the shots such a thing है चाय पियेंगे?
As an actor, performer, I just want people to love my work. I'm scared about the backlash I'll get as a performer. Nothing else matters to me.
आदमी धर्म को नहीं बचा सकता, धर्म आदमी को बचाता है। तो जो लोग धर्म को बचाने निकलते हैं वो गलतफहमी में है।
Esha Gupta on filming intimate scenes with Bobby Deol for Aashram 3. Aashram 3 में अपने कैरेक्टर से ईशा गुप्ता है इम्प्रेस्ड। बॉबी देओल के साथ अपनी बोल्ड केमिस्ट्री को लेकर ओपन अप हुई ईशा गुप्ता। ईशा गुप्ता और बॉबी देओल इन दिनों अपने इंटीमेट सीन्स को लेकर एक हॉट टॉपिक बने हुए हैं। आश्रम 3 में ईशा गुप्ता और बॉबी देओल ने अपनी सिजलिंग केमिस्ट्री से उड़ा दिए हैं सबके होश। Well, yes, जब से स्क्रीन्स पर लोगों ने ईशा गुप्ता और बॉबी देओल का ये अंदाज देखा है, तब से हर तरफ इसी को लेकर बातें हो रही हैं। ऐसे में रिसेंटली जब ईशा गुप्ता से पूछा गया कि वो दो सीन्स डिफिकल्ट और अनकंफर्टेबल टू फिल्म, तो एक एंटरटेनमेंट न्यूज पोर्टल से इंटरैक्ट करते हुए उन्होंने ओपनली क्वेश्चन को आंसर किया। She was quoted as saying, "There's nothing about being comfortable or uncomfortable when you have worked for like 10 years in the industry. People think intimacy is a problem, but it's not, unless and until it's a problem in your real life. We are very open about it. The only thing is every scene is difficult, whether you are crying or driving on screen. Maybe intimacy was difficult for me to shoot when I did it for the first time." She added, "But when you're shooting with good mature people and a nice actor around you, you don't have any problem. And abhi industry mein rehte rehte, now that people have been doing so much, I feel they don't show that much in OTT as compared to movies. So I don't think it has anything to do with intimacy. It's just that you feel happy about it or not." वैसे ईशा गुप्ता ने बात करते हुए ये भी बताया कि हाउ बॉबी देओल reacted to the same. She said, "I'm sure Bobby must have been intimate in his life before. I'm sure he was okay. When you're trying to show lust, you make sure the lust is visible. When you're trying to show love, you have to make sure only love is visible and not lust. So I just hope that whatever scenes we have done, we were able to justify." बता दें, आश्रम 3 में अपने बोल्ड कॉन्फिडेंट कैरेक्टर सोनिया से ईशा गुप्ता बेहद इम्प्रेस्ड हैं और उनका मानना है कि अपने इस कैरेक्टर से वो जितना सरप्राइज हुई हैं, आप सब भी उतना ही सरप्राइज होंगे। दोनों की ये सीरीज एक OTT प्लेटफॉर्म पर जून 3 से रिलीज हो गई है और इसमें both the actors have left no stones unturned in nailing their respective roles. शहनाज गिल ने सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर की अपनी हॉट पूल पिक्स। इन हॉट पिक्चर्स को शहनाज गिल ने टाइटल दिया समर वाइब्स। जाहिर है शहनाज गिल का ये हॉट अंदाज उनके फैंस को बेहद पसंद आ रहा है और उनकी इन पिक्चर्स को सोशल मीडिया पर काफी लाइक्स भी मिले हैं। गौहर खान ने सोशल मीडिया पर पोस्ट किया अपना एक न्यू वीडियो। आपको बता दें, नेटिजन्स को गौहर खान का लुक और वीडियो दोनों ही बेहद पसंद आए हैं और लोगों ने कमेंट्स में उनके लुक की तारीफ भी की। कियारा अडवाणी ने की अपने रिलेशनशिप पर बात। एक इंटरव्यू में जब कियारा अडवाणी से पूछा गया कि वो अपने पार्टनर में क्या खूबियां देखती हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा, I'd want someone who just makes me feel loved, seen and heard, and does not take me for granted. She further added, there should be no egos. I feel the worst thing you can do in a relationship is to allow your ego to come in the way. For me, a healthy relationship is one where there is clear, respectful communication. You need to accept each other for who you are and nurture that. अदिति शेष की फिल्म मेजर, जो कि शहीद मेजर संदीप उन्नीकृष्णन की लाइफ पर बेस्ड है, आज रिलीज हो रही है। ऐसे में इस फिल्म की स्क्रीनिंग रखी गई, जिसे संदीप उन्नीकृष्णन के पेरेंट्स ने भी अटेंड किया। इस फिल्म की स्क्रीनिंग से अदिति शेष ने एक इमोशनल पिक्चर को शेयर किया, जिसमें वो संदीप उन्नीकृष्णन की मॉम को हग करते दिख रहे हैं। एंड इन द कैप्शन अदिति शेष wrote, "For you both, uncle and amma. #Major the film releases tomorrow." शाहरुख खान की अपकमिंग फिल्म की अनाउंसमेंट कर दी गई है। रेड चिलीज एंटरटेनमेंट ने टीजर को सोशल मीडिया पर अपलोड किया है विद कैप्शन व्हेन @IMSRK and @Atlee47 come together. It's bound to blow your mind. Get ready for the action entertainer Jawan in cinemas on 2nd June 2023. Releasing in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Kannada. Coming up on the show, फिल्म मेजर की स्टार कास्ट ने किया जूम से एक्सक्लूसिवली इंटरैक्ट।
Hello and welcome. I'm Parul Sharma and you're watching Zoom TV. Today I have with me the incredible and talented cast of the upcoming film Major. I want to pivot a little bit and talk about, there's a lot of talk of this whole South language films and Hindi language films and all of that, and I personally find it very divisive, and at this point I think it's just a headline. I want to talk about how great it is that we're actually having the crossovers now, that we're kind of cross-promoting, that we're kind of just as a country creating stellar, incredible, successful Indian movies, right? How great is it for you guys that this is happening, especially in today's current climate of our country?
I'll let Sai take that one first.
Okay. I think it opens up a lot of opportunities. Like a lot of friends of mine who are aspiring actors now know that there's a whole new industry they can look forward to or look at work in. And I think it's really great that that's happening. And I think it's been happening for a while. Like I used to come back from school and watch dubbed South movies on Star.
Let's not say the name of the channel.
Yeah.
Beep
on TV.
on X amount.
On TV.
Yeah.
And I think the only difference is now people are going to a theatre and watching it.
Sure.
I think, it's not about South versus North.
Yeah.
I think it's about the South and the North coming together to make great movies for the country. Part of it is also, I believe, maybe some of our own insecurities. We used to think, will people want to watch us?
Sure.
And I think Rajmouli sir paved the way for us, saying people will watch anything as long as it's beautiful and resonant and heart-touching. So when I see headlines ki, आजकल Bollywood की फिल्में नहीं चल रही हैं, मतलब South की फिल्में चल रही हैं, I think at the end of the day, like I've heard this new Kartik Aaryan films opened really big.
Yeah.
So I think if you tell something beautifully, no matter what genre it is, people are going to love it.
Sure.
And people are watching Kartik's film even in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So it's, and that's what it is. And I don't know why, not for our actors, but our heroines were always loved here. You know, Sridevi ji, Rekha ji, Hema Malini ji, Deepika Padukone, Aishwarya Rai, every top Hindi actress of all time, Jayaprada, comes from where we are.
You know, I feel
Shobita
like
now.
when he gives me a compliment, तो हजम नहीं होता है.
सब ठीक है ना?
Yeah, we fight too much. But so I feel like see, I'm a Telugu native. My mother tongue is Telugu, but my work, like my film experiences, have begun in Mumbai through Hindi films, and it felt absolutely normal to me.
Sure.
It didn't feel like, oh, I'm from the South, because that's not how one thinks. When we're watching a cricket match, we're watching as Indians.
Yeah.
So I feel like cinema is such an influential medium.
Absolutely.
That somehow I feel like maybe that integration hasn't happened all that naturally so far.
Right.
Like how in films like Madrasi jokes or something, which is, everything has its place. There's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like when, say, somebody sitting in Kanpur is
is understanding the culture of, say, Kerala, because that person's watched Kumbalangi Nights. Then it makes you closer together as a nation, because I feel like we have so much diversity in terms of language and culture.
Absolutely.
That cinema coming together and people watching each other's films is a beautiful way to find like that synergy. So I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, we have enough division in this country. I feel like cinema should be one of the few things that
It's also
Unite
putting
us.
India on
Unite.
the map. Like a few of my friends were in college. I was talking to them, and their friends were like, "Oh my God, we saw this Indian movie today." Can I name the movie? We saw KGF 2 today, and it's so great. And they didn't call it like a South movie or a Bollywood movie. They just said an Indian movie. So
Yeah, like
it's
when Rahul
amazing.
Dravid walks out to bat, it's not the South Indian batsman who's come out to bat.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, I personally find it very silly, but I mean, I'm
I
glad
think it's
that we
amazing.
kind
I'm
of-
so excited as an audience that
Absolutely.
suddenly it's like I have so much more to like celebrate.
Yeah, and to like dip your feet into everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Not
Bita,
thinking of us in your life.
Talking about your journey, you sort of came to Bombay, coin toss between 3 cities, and
Yeah.
a lot of
you know that.
yes, I read the article that came out about this. You know, it takes an immense amount of guts to sort of do that and come on a whim and just stick it out even when things are not working out in your favor, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that? Not do you think? How much has the resilience that you built at that time helped you? Because, and do you think it was a necessary thing for you to have built now in your film journey so far?
Do I really have a choice?
Fair enough.
You know, I mean, like I mean, when I moved to Mumbai for college education, the intention was not to be in the movies, but towards the end of college, when like when I won Miss India, it was something that excited me, and when I look back, there was a certain naivety and like innocence, because I was excited by it, because I thought, oh, the guys in my college will think I'm really cool, but there was no plan. So I think eventually when I always loved fashion, so I was curious about the industry, but obviously it wasn't going to come to me easy, because I just didn't know how. My parents were absolutely disconnected. It's an academically oriented family, and I dropped out of my law master's degree. So that period was actually very,
लड़की
very...
हाथ से निकल गई है,
Yeah, they
वापस
were
ले
like,
आओ.
my dad told me when I moved to Mumbai, they're just like, do whatever you want, just don't bring the cops home. So I'm like, okay.
That's pretty basic, huh? It's just like, it's a
Okay,
basic
so
piece
the
of
cops were over last night.
all our time.
no, so that bring cops home.
You do something
As in
illegal.
like, yeah, you know something. So no, that time, no, that it was amazing, because I'm fortunate that I've surfaced.
Yeah.
Like I had the opportunity, but I gave myself a timeline, and I wanted to give it my best. I did close to 1,000 auditions in my life. I barely got any of them. And then when my first film happened, and I was taking the route like I did fashion, I did modeling, and I didn't quite know that I would fall in love with acting so deeply, because maybe I didn't grow up watching films, and it felt like when I got that first audition for films and I got the part, and I realized, shit, I really like this. I just didn't know, because I didn't grow up watching movies.
ये कहाँ पे छुपा हुआ था?
Yeah, but that phase did give me resilience, and it has really built my character. It made me less afraid, because when you have nothing to lose, you know.
That's a good one. That's a bumper sticker right there.
Mahesh sir and Medaji, Sai's parents, saw it last night.
Okay.
So
And my
let's-
dad's very critical about movies. Like he barely says anything good about movies. If he has nothing good to say, he won't say anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually took the phone from me when I was talking to him. And I don't know what he said to you though.
It's so lovely. Vastav's in my all-time top 10, and it's so interesting because Mahesh sir's her dad, and Namrata is the producer.
Yeah.
So this film has a big Vastav connection, and to get this sort of amazing response from her parents, from Sajid sir's family, and so many people who saw it last night, where they're screaming, and there's like this excitement and this sort of passionate discussion and discourse about the film.
Also, all the girls that got a crush on him. Can mention that. My aunties. And my
Aunties are crushing on Sai.
I was on call with him and I'm telling him, all my friends have a crush on you, and my aunties sitting next to me saying, your aunties also.
Fab.
And I was like, okay.
Telugu cinema, if we're releasing on a Friday morning, till Thursday night, you're still trying to get the drive ready. So we're never ready. That's the nature of Telugu cinema. And the
Never
nature of Hindi cinema is, I hear so many people be so cautious that they don't want their film to be spoken about badly. So they never reveal anything until यार जो देखा जाएगा theatre में देखा जाएगा
Right.
Friday morning को. So we were like, we know what we have. We know that there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
You know, everything about this film is so transparent and so open and so clear that even the judgment doesn't hurt us. And
That's a lovely way to look at it.
yeah, and that honest intention seeps through the pores of every scene, every shot in the film. And so, yeah, we're going ballistic from tomorrow. Starting with Pune.
Can't wait, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great time ahead and good luck for everything in the future.
Thank you.